Hey everyone, and welcome to So What? This is Andrew MacLaine, and with me I have the famous Erin, who has come down to help me. I love her. I'm sure that you've all seen her pictures all over the place. We are going to be demonstrating how to take the advanced measurements that are also called tailor's measurements for something that you really need super fitted. So the first thing that you're going to have handy is a piece of elastic or a piece of string, which you are going to tie around the waist. This is going to be a reference point to a lot of measurements, so it's good to have a nice, clean mark. All right, just tie that around. It's comfy, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. All right. So, let's start from the top to the bottom. Your neck measurement. Always have your model in a ponytail so it stays out of the way. And you're going to take the measurement of where the neck meets the torso. So ahead, write that down, or have your assistant write that down. That is the neck measurement. Moving down, next is the bust. Very simply, she's going to raise her arms a little bit, but then put them back down, hold them naturally, and we're going to take the bust measurement. And then, last basic one at the top from the front, you're going to take your waist measurement. All right, so that's where it's really simple. Next, we're going to focus on from here to here. You're going to feel where the neck meets the shoulder right there. Put the top of your tape measure. You're going to take the shoulder to bust point measurement, which is in the center of the bust, obviously. And then carry the tape measure down without even moving it down to your waistline marker, and that will be your shoulder to waist measurement. All right, next there is a term called bust point to bust point. Now I like to come away from the model and take a measurement from bust point to bust point so that she really doesn't know what you're doing, but she knows what you're doing, right? So you're going to write down that measurement from the bust point to bust point, which is very important. The next term is called first line front, which probably needs a little bit of explanation because it's not something that you think about every day. You see where this is, where the skin forms a little crease in the front? You're going to hold the tape measure from that first crease line all the way to where the other crease line is, and that measurement is the first line front. That's where the armholes are going to go. All right, great. Now, you're going to turn the model around, and we're going to take measurements that involve the back. You're going to feel this little bone right here. That's very important. You're going to stick your tape measure at the top of that and run it all the way down to the waistline. Now, you want to make sure that she is standing up straight, that she's not trying to help you by leaning forward, because that'll screw up everything. So this is the back length measurement from that little bone down to your waistline marker. Now, across, sticking out, you're going to see two little bones that are sticking out on her shoulders. That is, you're going to take the tape measure from that bone to the number that is the shoulder measurement. First line back. See the crease from her skin that disappears when it reaches the little area between the shoulder and the torso? You're going to put your tape measure right here above that line, carry it all the way to the other side, line back. Turning the model around, we're going to be talking about the arms right now. So remember how I told you how to find that bone that's sticking out of the shoulder? You're going to go right back to that, put the tape measure right at the top, go down to her elbow, this is shoulder to the elbow measurement, and keeping it still down on the arm, take the measurement to the wrist. That is the shoulder to wrist measurement. The palm measurement is basically how wide the sleeve needs to be at the end in order for her to get her hand through. So you just wrap it around from that knuckle all the way around, just nice and relaxed. And then, of course, the wrist, you're going to measure around where her wrist bones are as the wrist measurement. This is easy so far, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. So, next, Now, this is very important that you tell your model, don't look down at me. Because they all want to know what's going on, but if you start looking down, then things are going to change. So just trust me, I'll take good care of you, honey, all right? Now, the hip measurements, which I think that we talked about before in another video, we're going to talk about again. Your hip measurement is where the hips are the fullest, not necessarily where your hip bones are, but where they are the fullest. So you're going to measure around that. That's your hip measurement. Now, remember where this tape is, because we're going to put a little finger right where that tape is, drop it, and then measure from your waist marker to where your finger was. That is called the hip point, which is very important. So from the waist marker to where the hips are the fullest is the hip point. You're going to continue along to the knee. That is going to be your waist to knee measurement. And then just continue along down to her ankle bone where it sticks out. That is the slack's length measurement to the ankle bone. You can always add more, take away. And then, last but not least, with the leg, it is the inseam measurement. So what you're going to do is you're going to have her hold the top of the tape measure herself to the inside of where the crotch is, where your pants meet in the middle, underneath. Yep, very good. All right, and then just carry it along the inside to the ankle bone, and that is the inseam measurement. Now, you don't have to measure the crotch. The crotch measurement is just, you're going to take the slack's length measurement and then subtract the inseam, and that will give you your crotch measurement. Very, very simple. And then finally, you're going to measure her leg opening. So, honey, what I want you to do is point your toe like that. And then how about this one so we can see? What I'm going to do is have you point your toe, and I'll show them on the side. The slack's length, you want to go around the heel, over the arch of the foot, and then measure that. That will be the leg opening, which means that the pants need to be at least this wide in order for her to get her foot through. And then that's it. That should give you all of the tailor's measurements that, well, I need personally to make you something. And let's face it, who else do you want who else do you want to make something for you but me? Thank you very much for watching, and thank you, Erin, and happy sewing. I'll talk to you later.